guys, welcome back to Ask Snes. Oh, hope you're all doing well. It is extremely hot here in the UK. It has been all week and it's just getting hotter and hotter, and it was ridiculous yesterday. It was supposed to be 30 degrees last Friday and it didn't actually reach that where I am. But yesterday it was up, I went out in the car and it was like 27, 28, then it went to 29 and I was just sitting, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a bit much. And last night, it's always worse at night because when you shut all the doors and windows and the heat just gets trapped. And I had to open the living room window because I was just absolutely dying with the heat. And today I've got all the windows and doors open and it's still really, really hot. It's just, the problem with the UK is we get a lot of humidity. We never see, you get the occasional breeze but not enough, and the heat just like pummels you. But yeah, they're the best. Anyway, you're not here for that, you're here for the questions. So it's going to be a short episode this week, guys. We've only got 2 questions, but yeah, I always say I'll answer all questions that are asked, so let's get on with it. So first question. Okay, first question is from Figurine Pedini. I hope I pronounced that correctly, mate. And the question is, would you like to be on the panel for question time one day? Now that's a really good question, mate. Right, so what I'll do first of all, just for anyone outside the UK who doesn't know what Question Time is a political debate show basically. It's on every Thursday night on the BBC, and they have a live studio audience and they have a panel which is moderated by, make sure I get this right, it's David Dimbleby. I'm pretty sure it's David and not the other Dimbleby. And then on the panel they have a representative for all the 3 main political parties, so the Liberal Democrats, Labour and Conservatives. And then they have, the rest of the panel is made up usually of either TV celebrities, journalists, musicians, or somebody who's relevant to a topic they're going to talk about, like from an activist group or something. And each week they basically debate all of the important issues of the day, of what's been happening that week. And they also, because they do it in different cities every week, they will also talk about issues that are affecting that particular city. And then the audience can chime in, and also the audience get to ask their own questions as well for the panel to answer. And it used to be a really, really good show. I have found that over time it's gotten a lot worse, and I'll just start by saying basically I don't like the way the show's gone, because Dimbleby used to be a moderator. Not anymore. He's a pain in the arse. He's a bear baiter now. He just basically hammers the hell out of the panel and doesn't allow them to speak and get their point across. And I find that incredibly irritating to watch, and I wish he would just shut up. You know, put the question out there, let them discuss and debate, and just get on with his job, because he really irritates me so much. And the biggest issue I've always had with Question Time, personally, is that the audience and the panel, the majority of them are made up of middle class and upper class. And when you have working class people in the audience, whenever there's a discussion about a particular topic, if a working class person makes a point of view that is not conducive with the rest of the audience, they all jump on that working class person and just start shouting random cliched words at them just to feel better about themselves, and because, you know, you're not allowed to have a difference of opinion, which really, really, really annoys me. Because, you know, in a democratic society you should be able to have all opinions, no matter what that opinion is, whether you agree or disagree with it. You should always listen to everyone's opinions and have a discussion. You don't just shout someone down and hammer them and call them names, because that's not going to get you anywhere, and that's quite childish as well. And so I find it quite annoying. And yes, I would like to be on the panel. The only problem I have is obviously I'm not completely up to date with all of the details. I mean, when you're talking about the financial situation and the economy, you need to know about the figures and the stats, and I don't know about all that sort of stuff. So all I can do is really give my own personal viewpoint from what I see going on the news when I do watch it, and around, you know, like life experience basically. I mean, that's what working class people bring to programs like Question Time. When they talk about like the big hot button issue of immigration, which is, you know, always one that's a contentious issue, it always causes arguments, and it is the kind of issue where working class people who are dealing with immigration on a daily basis in different cities and towns across the country, and have a real sense of what immigration is doing to the country, unlike these middle class and upper class people who don't deal with it at all and have a very idealistic utopian view of what our country actually is when it isn't. And when working class people speak out and make their thoughts known, they're just immediately called racist and bigots, and they're just put down. And that really, really pisses me off, because they're not. They're just talking from the heart. They're saying exactly what they think, how they feel. You know, their experiences have moulded their thoughts. And I think at the end of the day, if you're in government, you need to listen to the people, because the people are the people that put you in power, and it's as simple as that. Without them, you do not have your position in power. So you have to listen to these people, take on board what they say, and actually take notice, not just disregard what they're saying as well. I do feel that does happen quite a lot, that it's because they have the middle class and upper class have a utopian view of what our country is, and that everybody's integrated and everybody's happy. That's not accurate, that's not true. People aren't happy. You know, you can see it all the time on the news. People are not happy. You watch it on Question Time, as I say, when the working class speak up, they're not happy. You know, a lot of people are unhappy with the way this country has gone, and it needs to be addressed. They should listen, but whether they will, who knows. But what I would say is, if I was to go on Question, I just notice the plane. That's just really low plane, just cruising. Anyway, I'm like Homer Simpson, I get distracted very easily. Yeah, for me personally, if I was on Question Time, I don't think it'd be wise, because I'm very much black and white. When I say black and white, I have a common sense approach, which is something that is severely lacking in the UK, and especially in England at the moment in 2014. I feel there's a serious lack of common sense. There's very much this political correctness rubbish, and the one point of view, and everyone should conform, and everyone should follow that point of view, and no one should have a difference of opinion, which is absolutely ridiculous, because we're human beings, we're free thinking. That can't happen. We have our own opinions on different issues. And so, because I'm quite outspoken when I'm talking to family and friends about issues such as immigration, crime, etc., all the usual, hot button issues, the economy, whatever, I'll give my opinion. If someone agrees with me, great. If they don't, that's fine. We can have a discussion about it. But on Question Time, you're on national television, and the people who are working class in the audience get shouted down. I'd get annihilated. I wouldn't last 5 minutes on there, because I would just say exactly what I think. And I don't know how many people would actually agree with what I think. I think quite a lot of working class people probably feel the same way. The country is a bit of a mess, to be quite honest. Under the new Labour government, the country went down the toilet, and it seems to me at this point that people seem, it seems that people seem to have forgotten what happened. I don't believe that the majority of people forgot that Labour government ruined this country. Obviously, if you look at the media, they portray this image that everybody's angry with the Conservatives and everyone has completely forgotten what Tony Blair's government did to this country, and they blame the Conservatives for the economy and everything, which, if you're completely honest and you've got a brain, you know that the previous government, Tony Blair's New Labour, then Gordon Brown's Labour when Tony left him with all the rubbish, they basically pissed all the money out the wall, and they didn't care. They didn't put any money away for a rainy day, and they screwed the economy. And they can't get away from that. They try and divert away from it, and they try and say, oh no, it wasn't like, yes it was. They screwed the country, and that's why we're in the position we are now. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, if you have an honest opinion like that on Question Time, you'll get annihilated. It's as simple as that, and if you just can't be truthful. So the show is nowhere near as good as it used to be. It used to be a really good debate show, and it's certainly lost its way. And I say Dimbleby is one of the main reasons it's lost its way as well, because he needs to be a moderator. He's there to field the questions between the panel and to keep control of the panel. He's not there to just argue and debate and to not let people finish their opinion. That is a long-winded answer, but what the hell. So yes, I would like to go on the show. I just don't think it'd be a wise move. Right, next question. Wow, a bit of a breeze finally coming through the window at last. Okay, so the second and last question for this week, guys, is from the K-Light Gamer, so thank you very much, mate. And that question is, regarding Last Generation, what was, in your opinion, the single most disappointing video game software title release? Man, that's a mouthful. And also the single most rewarding. Oh, well, the most rewarding is going to be Uncharted 2, because I've had so much fun with that game and I've gotten so much out of it. I really did get my money's worth. As I said before, I've said many a time, I think I've played through it about 5 times beginning to end, and there's been multiple times where I've just got in and dipped in and played my favourite level. And the problem with it, when I play my favourite level, I tend to finish that section, but I can't put it down. I keep playing through it, end up going through to the end of the game. The game is just so rewarding, it's so fun, the story's absolutely spot on, I love all of the characters in the game. I love the way the game plays. The environments are fantastic, graphics are beautiful, the sound effects are spot on. The gunplay can be a little bit off now and again, but you know, I can accept that because the rest of the game is so good. So that's definitely the most rewarding game I've had from last gen. I really, really love that game to bits. What was the other part? Was the most disappointing release? That's really, really difficult. I'm trying to think of any game that really I was hyped for and disappointed me. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Most of the games have been either good or great. I can't, of course, probably the most disappointing release of last generation, The Darkness 2. That game was an abomination. I hate that game. It was so depressing because completing The Darkness, and that was such a fantastic game, so well put together. It had its issues in the gameplay department. It was a little bit buggy here and there, but the story was so well told, so well acted. The characters were really great. They were really fleshed out, and they made you become attached to Jackie Estacado and the surrounding characters. I just absolutely love that game to bits. It was a fantastic experience, and it was an experience more than just a game. The Darkness 2, my God, it was horrific. It was such a bad game. It just showed that the people who made it knew nothing about the original game, or just didn't care, and they just wanted to make a lot of money, because there was no love there at all. There was no respect for the fans of the original. I will put a link down below in the description if you want to see my original thoughts on The Darkness and The Darkness 2. I did make a video at the time after playing both of them, and I did get a little bit pissed off about Darkness 2. So if you've never seen that video, I'll put a link down there in the description. Just click on that and you'll get my true thoughts. So yeah, guys, so that's it. It's only 2 questions this week. It's a short and sweet video, but they were good questions. So thank you very much to the 2 guys that asked the questions. Really appreciate anybody who asked the question. If you do have a question for me about anything at all, doesn't matter what it is, anything personal I won't answer, but obviously, you know, any topic outside of gaming or including gaming, whatever you feel. If you have a question, just pop it down below in the comments, and then next Friday I'll post a response and respond to your questions. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, just click on subscribe. That'll keep you up to date with all my new videos. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you all again soon.